Hey everybody, my name is Phil.
I'm Erika.
And today we're watching Abbott Elementary Season 3, Episode 4. Let's dive in.
Now that I'm doing my fellowship at the district, there's a rotation of substitutes.
Oh, rotation.
Class while I'm gone, I like to pop by and see how they're doing.
And middle.
Girl, I know.
Just quick, light touch check-ins, just to show
Oh,
support.
jeez.
They hardly even know I'm here.
Wow.
That's so creepy. Oh my gosh. That was so bad.
Imagine being the student, because like, you're looking that way.
I wonder what the students think about that. Like, all right, Miss Teagues.
What even set off the alarm?
Don't look at me. Church or home are the only places my candles
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Candles.
Seems like someone lit a cigarette in one of the boys' bathrooms.
Oh.
Who still smokes cigarettes?
We got
Oh.
8th grader.
Oh yeah, you got menthols. You can run, but you can't hide.
The smell always reminds me of my uncle.
Oh, my aunt used to sit in a chair with a cig and a
Oh,
glass of Pinot
new boo?
Grigio account moonlighting to me.
Yeah, my uncle used to do the same thing, except it was...
Like that,
Ava.
eh? Always.
Oh my god, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
A look from her.
But I mean, like, he has access to all the fire trucks, right?
$1. Inflation
True.
is crazy. But you are in big trouble because cigarettes are banned.
Not many of the signs I saw. What?
No signs.
Website, we got
You wouldn't think about that in elementary school, right?
Yeah.
no weapons, no open flames, no bullying, and no gambling.
That last one's just for students, though, right?
There's nothing here about cigarettes.
Cigarettes just seem to have evaded every sign we've seen.
Wait, so many new hazards have come out that we forgot to put cigarettes on the ban list?
Bestie, let's finish up
Gee
on
willikers.
so we can move on to
Besties.
Jessica, do I need to capitalize the names of the states? The
What,
only
Jessica?
human needs are water, food, shelter, and music. But don't worry about that right now.
No, no, no.
You actually do need to capitalize the names of states because that's the correct thing to do for proper now.
Oh gosh, I feel so cringe. I get it, but
Hi, I'm Janine.
Jessica, there's no I. Jess-ca.
okay.
Who are you again?
Oh, sorry. I'm Miss Teagues. This is my classroom.
Oh, looks like I'm at the end of my time here.
Oh, no.
She's so excited to go.
Everyone say hi to Janine.
Guys, it's Miss Teagues. Is there a reason why we're abandoning all the rules of grammar?
Oh, in the first worksheet, I like for the kids to write as freely as possible. And we'll tackle capitalization later.
Could cigarettes not be banned?
Yeah, somebody really missed the mark on that one. I blame Janine. Doing down there at the district.
Yeah.
Shuffling papers, doing a doobie slide. The children are smoking.
What's a doobie slide?
Well, it's when you put one foot down and you kind of move in the opposite direction.
I do not want to live in
Oh,
a
that's what
world
that's
That's what
called.
it's called?
explain
Really?
dance moves to me.
I thought we beat cigarettes with the Truth campaign. It's just so retro.
Truth.
Well, maybe they're getting cool
Remember that?
again. I mean, clogs are back. Anything's possible.
I just can't believe that children are smoking rag.
Jacob, you literally vape.
Okay, that's different.
Yes, and that it's worse because you can vape anywhere.
You vape all through Saltburn.
You're inhaling thousands of toxins.
Janine smokes weed every day.
No. Damn, Afro man.
Whoa.
Not every day.
A damn Afro man.
Oh.
Ganja. The devil
Every night?
The devil's lettuce.
If I didn't smoke, I'd be an insufferable Energizer bunny.
What a twist. Janine is quietly off there loud.
Hey, but you okay? You a hookah head.
Facts and microdosing. I just eyeball it.
She just leaned into it.
But I do enjoy a protein bar edible on the weekends.
Oh, this man just made drugs boring.
your vices and
Oh.
it of my drug of choice, J-E-S. Street name.
Oh, shoot.
You binge those little bottles of Chardonnay.
And
Oh.
you snort that liquid marijuana.
You don't snort it. It is CBD oil, and I rub it on my joint.
It's a gateway ointment.
You're...
Okay, wait, man.
Don't finish
Oh,
this
no.
Frankincense and rosemary.
How long did he...
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Oh, shoot. Can't do that.
Okay.
We were just joking.
My Why'd anybody laugh?
Because Janine isn't funny.
Okay, listen, I'm on level with you because I know you're a smart kid.
I am. Or at least that's what my teachers say.
Oh.
Maybe they didn't mean it. Since they were high.
Okay, all right.
The way he looked down.
Just disappointed.
Yeah.
It's up on every platform. I posted it everywhere immediately. Respect.
Respect. Oh no.
So I'm still on that slow.
But I bet you like that.
Bet you are.
Ooh.
Excuse me?
Mrs. Howard, is that Panio Grigio?
Oh, I didn't even know what that is. Not even wine. A Pinot Grigio.
Okay, but how do we tell them not to smoke or do drugs when, one, they know that we do them, and two, we can't say anything to them except for just say no?
Okay, well,
It's a tough
Janine, you're
one.
at the school district. What's our move?
I think it's time to call in a professional.
Take a seat.
We'll talk about it. Oh, fade.
Well, Faye got here quickly.
Yeah, I just had to call in a favor.
Nice work.
Why aren't they in single file? And why are they holding hands? It's like germ alert.
Maybe just to make sure.
Did she even have a chance to build a relationship with this
I
class?
know.
Because
She left right away.
really early. Yeah, she left early.
It's not true. Also, I overheard her saying, you can use commas whenever you feel like.
Did you smoke last night? Because it don't seem like you did.
I just don't think it's the best way to run a classroom.
Did you smoke last night? Because it doesn't sound like you did. Oh. Oh. Oh, no.
2024.
Oh.
Drink up the energy. Drink up.
Is he trying to be like the next Tariq?
Guess so.
Yeah, no, it's a great gig. Like, it was fate. And yo, Tariq was a renaissance for real. Smoking cigs will give you diabetes.
I don't know about that.
And that's poo. You do too much. I'ma lose it. If you think smoking the answer. In conclusion, I don't think
Get that out.
should smoke. Fatal overdoses in Philly are on the rise. And you all are responsible for stopping it via your decisions. Say it with me. Decision. Pay attention so you don't die.
Oh, jeez.
Pay attention so you don't die.
Hey, Jessica, how's it going?
Right now?
I know.
I was just telling the kids they can choose their own homework assignments.
Thank you for subbing. The only job harder than teaching is substitute teaching.
I don't know. Have you ever seen ice road truckers? That ice thin, that truck big.
Yeah, it's a great show. Right, but there are some universal teaching practices. And because of your lack of experience, you might just need a little gentle guidance.
Excuse me, Janine, I'm trying to listen.
Janine.
If I need
Oh. The stooping down to her level.
Remember, Fade says, if it makes you faded, walk away from it. But it's the message that counts.
So you're saying some drugs are better than others?
I would not say better, but some are definitely worse than others.
Well, then, what's the least bad drug?
All substances are bad.
But if you had to pick one,
Cigarettes, I guess.
Are the least?
Yeah.
Guys,
according to CNN,
fake news.
Okay.
Drugs from a doctor are okay.
my mom's on Valtrex.
That's fine. Your mom has herpes.
Lady, are you high?
Oh my gosh, this is a disaster.
You say went well, this.
Due to the district mandate, we will now be performing mandatory locker
Wow.
searches. In addition to searches, we are also reinforcing the zero tolerance policy.
This feels extreme. Why did they have to go to this level?
I gotta suspend Curtis.
Well, that's how it goes.
For the cigarette thing? That's fine.
You get suspended.
This seems like overkill to do all this without even having an honest conversation with Curtis or any of our students.
Well, that's the system for you.
It all seems ridiculous. Okay, Curtis is a
Fix
great
it, Janine.
and it's kind of uncharacteristic that he smokes.
Smokes or smoked?
Hmm.
Do we even know if he's done this before? Okay, let me talk to him. He's been spending a lot of time.
Isn't it a rule? It's not like
I'll go with you. As a
pattern of behavior.
smoker, I could probably cough up some advice.
I love the sub. And her methods, and her ways. Yeah, I have no concerns.
Spill the peas.
She is teaching grammar out of order.
All you have to do is wait.
If I told you that when you first started, I found that some of your ways of teaching were a bit unorthodox. You do things differently than Melissa. Melissa does things differently than me.
She knows what's going on in the classroom.
I was gonna say there's different, but then there's also.
Not your class right now.
Is it fair to say incompetence? But yes, that's true too.
Okay.
Okay.
That she took the I out of her name and just goes by Jessica.
Now that is foolishness. Hello, students. My name is no longer Miss Barbara. It's Miss Brahara.
Yeah.
That's so cute. They're like, he's silly.
We also want to know why you got it.
I don't know. Just curious, I guess.
Curiosity is part of being a kid.
I wasn't even gonna do it again.
See, that's great. It took me decades to learn that.
It was nasty.
Yeah, it is nasty, so don't forget that taste.
Was fade my fault?
No, sweetie. Fate is the government's fault.
I really am sorry.
Yeah, we know you are. Why don't you head on back to class?
I hate that we can't be more honest with him.
Me too. That kid should not be suspended. Ugh.
Hey, now it's vibe time.
It's what?
Vibe time.
So I just wanted to apologize.
The shoulder. Shimmy.
These kids are your class, not mine, and I should not have tried to force my, albeit tried and true methods on.
Okay, so let me stop you right there. Because actually, I'm only signed up to be here this week, and I won't be returning because this week has been exceptionally mid. I accept your apology, which I'm sure I humbly deserve. Toodaloo.
I do not like her.
This is a rough week at Abbott. Sometimes, as a teacher, there's only so much you're allowed to
Jeez.
say. But that doesn't mean that you can't still be there for your kids.
Stop. Why is she there?
To speak to the board and see if she can get Curtis's suspension lifted. The truth is, attitudes change. And as teachers, we have to figure out how to keep an open mind while staying within the boundaries.
CBT.
The results.
Let it go.
I mean, that looks like a problem.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. That's cool that they tackled this
Yeah, that is
in
a cool one.
elementary schools.
It never even crossed my mind in elementary school. Like that this kind of conversation would happen in elementary school. But
Yeah. Yeah, no, me neither. Actually, until I went to high school and met a whole bunch of kids who did drugs in elementary school. I was like, what?
It's wild,
I was like,
right?
you guys smoke? This is weird. Like in 7th grade? Like, wow, you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that is very real. And not just like accident, like kids like do drugs. You know, that's just like, that's so terrifying. So I see where that's necessary, but
Yeah.
the Abbott version is hilarious. Fade. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, it's always an interesting conversation about like if you've done it in the past or if you're currently doing something like that. How can you, with any authority, tell a child?
Oh, right, as a teacher. Okay.
As a teacher, as a parent,
Yeah,
like
sure.
if you're engaged in that act, how can you say for them not to? And I don't know. Like they didn't really address it after coming across that issue, other than like, okay, let's just get Fade in because they'll be the authority, not us. And maybe that's the answer, I guess. Other than
Well, they
changing
obviously
behavior.
thought it would be more professional. Like that was horrible.
Well, did they think it was going
On
to be
all
more professional? They've had Fade before.
Yeah, but
Tariq was actually much better.
yeah.
But yeah, no, is that the answer then? I guess like get a third party to do it because they can't take you as a credible voice.
I want to say because teachers are so, I mean, I don't know. I've never taught, I don't know the school system.
Sure.
I'm just assuming that it's a liability thing. That each
true.
teacher is different, how they, like, they don't maybe they don't have, or some schools like Abbott, obviously, they don't have an operationalized or systematic way to talk about drugs. So it's like, oh, let's just call in a third party.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like we've experienced that in our schooling. Like,
yeah,
there's like programs that come in, and like there's like an assembly, and they talk about drugs and stuff like that. But yeah, it was never our teacher, so it is probably mandated.
I mean, like, I feel like teachers already have so much on their plate. You know what I mean? So like
But that's yeah, I know. Yeah, it's true. But it's tough because they're interacting with them daily,
yeah,
and to be like to not be equipped to intervene and be like, hey, let's call in somebody a week from now.
Yeah, but if that's the exception, then that has to be the rule. Like, then they have to be equipped to talk about so many other things, and kids go through so much. So I could see that being like, you know, you can't put it all on teachers.
Well, that's kind of what they were saying too, right? That's what like Gregory was frustrated about. He's like, we can't be honest with them, and like, and then Shimenti, what's her weird first name? Anyway, she was like talking about how like, oh, that's the system. Like, that's how we have to deal with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe that's just kind of the reality of it. But yeah, that is tough because like, what if there is something really serious going on? Like, you can't be like superhuman with them without like.
I mean, I'm sure teachers do it at their own discretion.
Yeah, fair.
Like, yeah. Because some teachers do other things for fun at their own discretion, like not totally professional, like not in a bad way, but.
Like what?
I don't know, just when I just think about like a student teacher, like you're there to learn, like they're there teaching you. But then, I don't know, some teachers will, I don't know, have a, I don't know what I'm talking about now. But just like, they do things for fun. Like, I don't know, teachers hanging out with like their kids.
Yeah.
Maybe like for a free period, like end of the school year.
Sure.
And they like do things that are like not, that's just like not, like they're more like friends.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if they could do that, then that, like, if lines are blurred there, why wouldn't
but
they
stakes
be
are so much
more
lower there when it comes, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like, that feels like such a shame to like have that, like, so much trust built there, but then you can't use that
when they really need that guidance,
exactly.
right? Yeah, no,
and I know some teachers in high school who have
100%.
If there is a boundary, I don't know, like a formal boundary. Some teachers I know definitely have crossed that.
Yeah.
When it is dire.
Yeah, and someone in the comments last episode, and apologize that I can't remember the username right now, but she was talking about how she experienced that. Like, I'm not sure if she's a teacher herself, but just talking about the teacher-student mentee relationship and how at the very end of all of that, like whatever it looks like, there's just another adult in their life for them to rely on, or at least like have someone consistently there.
Right.
And I think that's such a great way to look at it. But then, like, exactly in this type of situation where how there can they be for them when stuff gets real, right? Like, it's like a really bad situation because 100%. I think there's a liability issue there. Like, oh, you advised them to do this, or you told them X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, then it's on school.
Yeah, right? Then, like, the school's like, okay, well, we can't back you now because we had policies in place for how to deal with it, and it was fate.
Unless there's a contract that, I don't know, that excludes, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, but that's tough. And if you're an educator, like, let us know what it really is like in this situation. Because they kind of touched on here, and, like, the frustration was really there. Like, they obviously added their own color of, like, humor to it. But I imagine that would be, like, really, really tough if you had, like, a kid that was, like, really good and was, like, going down a path, or maybe just did something and felt really terrible, and you can't, you know, interact with them in a way that you want to. That must be really, really tough.
I mean, like, I don't really see, I don't know, thinking about it now, like, I feel like it's way more simple than we think it is. Like, if you just talk to a child and just tell them, just educate them on potential consequences, then it's like, the choice is yours, but this is what could happen if you make this decision, and, like, I don't know, and, like, and decisions compound, I don't know.
But even
like not like, I feel like there's more liability if you're like, I will encourage you to do this or that, versus let me just educate you. I feel like that's what Fade was supposed to do.
Yeah.
They just educate you, and
But I feel like even
what am I like? At the end of the day, you can't control what the kid does.
yeah, but I feel like even the simple act of being like, hey, it's your choice. At the end of the day, that alone is enough to like open yourself up to.
I wouldn't even say
liability.
I wouldn't. Okay, I know I said that, but like in the conversation, I wouldn't explicitly say. But it's up to you. Like,
Yeah.
But just say like, these are the consequences.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's like if the district has a position and you kind of either offer your own advice or go against it or do whatever, then it kind of separates the protection that you have
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah.
But
Because that's essentially what the third party is doing, is just educating, and then it's not on them or anyone else if the child makes a less than ideal choice.
Sure. Yeah. It was it was so one thing that was like interesting and kind of frustrating was like it took until the very end of the episode for them to be like, oh yeah, Janine works at the district. Like we're frustrated with all this bureaucracy and all this red tape and all the like, you know, us not being able to be honest. And even Janine was like frustrated with that too. But I feel like she always forgets like, oh yeah, I'm at the district. Let me like that's what I'm there for, to try and make change there. But it never like crossed anybody's mind to be like, hey, let's do something about it until Gregory said it.
Yeah, I'm surprised she was there all day. I mean, like maybe that's a thing that sometimes every now and then someone from the district just stays at the school the whole day.
That's what Manny said when he tried to recruit her. He's like, if you do this, then we can get you into that school every now and then.
True.
Or like once a week or something like that. So maybe that's what that was. I can totally see why she was so upset with how her kids were being taught.
Oh my gosh. I have no words. That was so appalling.
That's a tough position too, right? Like,
it is.
It's not her class.
Tough. Yeah. I mean, you got to respect that.
But like as an objective educator, I think there's points there that she has.
Yeah, for sure.
If she takes away the fact that it was my class,
sure,
then she can be like, okay.
Can't you just be like, she could have just pulled the district card. Maybe?
Well, it depends on what her role at the district is. Right?
I mean, that teacher didn't even know that was her class. She was like, who are you? She could have just been like, oh, I'm from the district. I just overheard that blah, blah, blah. And then maybe the substitute teacher would have like just been, oh, my bad. Like, you're from the district. You know what I mean? Like, give her more respect.
I don't think she would have had that anyway.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
I wonder how much flexibility teachers do have in terms of like their styles, obviously, but like in terms of like, isn't some of that curriculum like the way that grammar is taught, the way that, or because like it seemed the way that she presented.
I know. I was like, did she go to school to teach?
But maybe that's a thing, right? Maybe like it is loose enough that it's like do it your way as long as they gotta hit milestones. Or I don't really know how curriculums work.
But she couldn't answer the simple question of, do you capitalize? What did she say? Like state names or whatever?
Yeah. She said she'll get to this. She said she'll get to it eventually.
But just say yes. But
at the end of the episode, she didn't mention that she was just kind of just throwing, like, I don't know, she's just going through the motions because she wasn't going to stay.
Yeah.
So
well, that's also, I feel like, an attitude that a lot of substitute teachers take on too.
Let's not go down that path.
Oh, sorry. No, I only say that because
You've experienced it.
Yeah, I have friends that are teachers.
that nailed it in.
No, but like, there's less ownership.
Of course, yeah.
Of the class, and
I feel like that's such a hard. Like, yeah, who was it? Janine that said it.
What?
It's like this one, like the second hardest position is being a sub.
Yeah, because you're just kind of like thrown in there, and you can like
the way that students, especially like later on, how students treat subs, like it's a day off. It's like that kind of.
Yeah, it's
like
too bad.
It's really, really hard.
It's too bad.
Like you have to like her establishing a relationship by being a friend. I could totally see that as like, okay, let's not like get crap from the kids, and let's be like the cool teacher, even for just a little bit. I can imagine that would be a common method. Because that is tough. Like even like just being in a class with like one or two kids that are being that way with a sub, it's like there's very little that you can do to like, because it's so easy to derail a class. And they just kind of deal with that, and like being thrown in the middle of a lesson or whatever. Or it's just really, really tough.
Yeah, exactly. And to do it for a whole week.
I feel like that might be easier.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I thought they would have. So initially we thought that maybe that substitute teacher was Lady Gaga for like a split second.
A little bit,
and then when who said it? The rotation. Is that Barbara?
Janine.
Okay, Janine.
Yeah. So there's gonna be multiple.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, who's the next cameo? Like,
could be cool,
guest?
yeah.
Yeah, but then it wasn't Lady Gaga.
I think she is someone known though.
Oh, okay.
I saw something
Just not known
on
to
Twitter
us. Okay.
where people were like, "Oh, she fit right into the cast." I'm like, I don't know who this is.
Okay.
But yeah. So
Hopefully we'll know the next person.
but that's odd that they would do a rotation,
That'll be
especially if it's like a short. Like they know the term length. They could have gotten like a short-term contract to one person, or maybe it's just
What are
kind
you
of an
talking
availability thing. Like doing a rotation of subs for her class. Like they know the term that Janine is going to be away, so why not just kind of like hire her for that? But,
Yeah, true.
right? More stability for the teacher, for the kids. Like
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. Anyway, I don't run schools. I don't know what I'm talking about. So.
I know, but then they wouldn't. Show wouldn't get to rotate cast.
True. And maybe that's a reality too. Maybe it's like it's tough to hire. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Because they've done pretty well in terms of representing like real issues, even in the minutia. So I'm like, they might be something like that.
I don't know.
Cool. Well, that was really funny. I like that episode. It was fun. This season's flying by, especially because that first episode was 2 episodes, and it really messed up our count. But now we're good. This is episode 4, and yeah, it's a shorter season. It's shorter than season 2. So yeah, that was good. Even though like I think I would have categorized this in past seasons as more like a filler, I still enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Well, hopefully you enjoyed watching that one with us, and we'll see you next week for the next one. Peace.